Kung Fu Cowboy, tennis shoes on my feet.
Kung Fu Cowboy here, Kung Fu Cowboy podcast. They used to have Bear at the shots when I started doing these when I was homeless in my car. Bear, come on, you want to be in this video? Is it just the Kung Fu Cowboy? You're not part of this anymore? Oh, you want to come up here? Okay, come on. Up. Come here. I'm trying to get him in the video. Come on. But he's a cat. He's not obedient. He's not a dog. He's a cat. Obedience is just not possible. Okay. This podcast is dedicated to the song Slave Owners. What? All right. This is on pre-order as of July 8th. That's a month away from when I'm doing this right now, this podcast. I'm kind of trying to get ahead a little bit and then release these. And then the actual release date is August 8th. It's like the number August 8th. 8-8. No, that's when I chose it. Easy to remember. Maybe I should make everything the first, but that's, I don't know, the first is a complicated day. Maybe it's a little chaotic and stressful for a lot of people. So I don't like to do things on the first. So August 8th sounds good to me. So anyway, August 8th is the release date for this song, and it's already been uploaded, and it's ready for pre-order. And it was interesting. I put it under the category of rhythm and blues and jazz. You've probably heard me speak very negatively, nice way to say it, about jazz, disrespectfully. But it's because of this song having the horn section and the way I did it. So I thought, and rhythm and blues. And I was trying to kind of I'm trying to, as you've noticed, I'm trying to keep track of the categories I'm filing these songs under, so I can kind of see what my marketing is and change my marketing slant slightly, or the promotional images to kind of fit a different genre if I can find different audiences, because different songs are sometimes different types of songs. Sometimes they're a country song, sometimes they're a folk song, sometimes they're a blues song, sometimes they're classic rock, sometimes they're hard rock, even got a couple like heavy metal songs. So I'm all over the place. Yeah. I like lots of musics, and I write the song and it takes its own shape. I don't plan to say, I'm going to write a blues song or a rock song. I write a song and then it kind of finds its direction. So Slave Owners, no lyrics in here. Like I said, I'm gonna flesh this notebook out so I can deal with the singles better. And of course I should maybe have an album release notebook. Maybe I don't know. It only says song singles here. Maybe I should say albums too. But anyway, well, the albums I put in a different category. I've got a book release. I'm trying to create not just a spreadsheet, but an actual book that's an 8.5, could be printed 8.5 by 11 in PDF or something. And it actually has all my albums and things, and then has more promotional. So one album might have 20 pages and 10 pages in the book, and then the album. So, and I'm doing it on the computer. So it's coming out kind of nice, and it looked real kind of professional. And from that, I'd be able to cut and paste things to make EPKs or EPKs, electronic press kits, and promotional things. So I'm trying to flesh out and make it easy for myself to do it, and when I'm not around, maybe somebody else will pick up the ball. Or maybe I can hire somebody before I die. Maybe I can actually hire some people who do promotion like a real record company. No record company is a one-man operation. At least no record company has ever been successful. And I've proven that. I've been a record company since 1984 to 94 to 04 to 14 to 24. 40 years I've had a record company, and I still haven't made, I don't know, I've ever made more than a couple thousand in a year off my record company. Oops, my cat's going to go poo-poo and I'll have to wipe his butt. Keep him barfing because cats lick their butts. So anyway, I always do that. So anyway, let's finish this. Here we go. Hello, Bear. Did you go poo-poo? There's a certain way of cleaning up when they have to do that. Hold on. Let me check him real quick. Can I tell? Sometimes he tries to fool me because then he gets my attention. He says, now feed me something. But let me wipe his butt before he drops a poo, a dingleberry, as they call it. Hey, buddy, can I wipe you? Were you telling me you needed to be wiped? Did you give me the signal? No. Dry as a bone. He's just fooling with me. See, he's playing with, manipulating me. My cat is manipulating me. He knew that I would think he pooed, so I'd come give him some attention. But now I'm back with you. So he lied to me. He tried to cheat. He's a male, but he's got the woman's soul. In fact, I have a theory about dogs and cats. Remember I told you humans have 3 souls stacked on top of each other? Well, I think a cat only has 1 soul. And it's never the worker soul, it's the woman's soul. If they have any kind of similarity to our souls, you can be reborn as a cat. And it's not the warrior soul because he's not exercising, and trying to further his, well, I don't know, maybe some of them, they seem so aggressive, but that's probably out of fear. And he's not a manager soul because he's not managing any operations or taking responsibility. He's not even helping me. He doesn't even do anything to ever help me. And he's not a good worker soul. I can't get any obedience out of him. He's totally unproductive. So he's just a woman's soul. He's just wants what he wants, and that's it. That's the woman's soul. Now a dog can be obedient. A dog will sacrifice and take less and do things that it wouldn't think of doing because you ask it to. It'll obey you. So I think that takes a worker soul. A worker soul will obey you. So I think a dog has 2 souls. I don't think he's got just 1 soul, which would be the worker soul. I think he's got perhaps 2 souls. That's why they're smarter, and that's why they're clever, and they can do more things. They can totally be independent. Like I say, you could teach a dog how to rustle sheep. There's no way you could ever teach a cat to rustle sheep, and herd them around. Just totally impossible. It's just not possible. Has nothing to do with how they're trained, has nothing to do with their DNA. It's because I think they don't have the soul for it. They don't have a worker soul. But a dog can have a worker soul. So that's why you can get work out of them. Okay, so let's finish this. Slave owners. Okay, this song is pre-order as of July 8th and released on August 8th. Hold on, didn't I already say that one? I thought I was on... Did I already do this one? And I said rhythm and blues. I think I already did this one. I'm sorry. For some reason, I got caught on to Love Target. Maybe I had to backtrack. I'm lost. But anyway, we talked about a Love Target, but I actually got confused in these last couple of podcasts. Yikes! It might have been a first, but hey, it's just about me sharing. So I'm sharing. Let's just get the job done. I remember I definitely talked about the Love Target, but I don't recall talking about the slave owners. I actually mentioned them earlier in the podcast. When I speak of slave owners, I'm talking about the Supreme Court. And I'm talking about all the southern states, where slavery actually was a business empire. And so it's just a cultural thing. You want your slaves to reproduce. You want more slaves. Or in the case of the American government, they want more soldiers. And they want more workers. And they want more people to pay taxes. So they should be saying, the world really should be saying, we want less people. We want to reduce our population. But you'll never hear anybody say that. Anytime anybody gets close to not growing their population and overpopulating the earth, they think there's something wrong. We've been overpopulating this earth for 50 years. We actually needed to reverse that. But never will you ever hear somebody say, oh, it's a good thing that we're not reproducing as much. Oh, it's a good thing, China. Never. I'm really shocked. I mean, I watch all these headlines and hear all these news stations, all different flavors of news. Nobody ever says this is a wonderful thing. Are the news stupid? Or is this the politicians controlling them? Or is this the government saying, don't ever say that? We want more people. We need more soldiers. We need more taxpayers. So whatever the government controlling the media is, that's part of it, I think, is the fact that they don't want the population to be reduced. Because they're slave owners. We're all slaves. We're basically... under their control. Well, women are definitely, at least let's speak of the women, because that's what the song is really about when I say slave owners, is that actually, I will read the lyrics. I think I know where they are. They're right on my desk, because I just recorded this song a couple days ago. Hold on. Yeah, I know I should edit that. I'm not going to guarantee I will. But yeah, I should do it. I'd like to put background music on it, even cut out the breath noises when I'm breathing. But no, I wish you cared more. I do. But anyway, okay, here we go. slave owners. And this was written June 4th, it looks like, just a few days ago. Here we go, slave owners. Slave owners breed their women. They want more slaves to sell. Slave owners do not allow birth control because the men in government own them. That's the job of slave owners, to decide and control their legal rights. Women aren't smart enough to make decisions. God gave them to men for breeding at night. Slave owners make the laws. Slave owners make the rules to keep women profitable, to keep women out of schools. Yeah, that's where we're going. Remember, all the Republicans are cutting down education and all this, and all these different sexual people are being, restricted. And so, yeah, they really don't want people to be smarter, because then they'll be smarter than them, because these are the dumb politicians that are causing all the problems. So they don't like smart people. They like dumb people. God told a man what to do. That's what they say. That man decided he was blessed. So he creates a country and kills a few, threatening death to control the rest. Yeah, how many times around the world have we seen that happen? Including America. The Supreme Court is very religious. They know what God wants them to do. Remember, they actually took away women's birth control and reproductive rights because God told them to. So they're working for God. So don't complain. Don't argue. God told them that you should have as many kids as possible, even if it's a rape baby. Okay, let's read this last paragraph, which is 4 lines, and then we're done here. Here we go. The Supreme Court is very religious. They know what God wants them to do. They will lie and cheat. Because remember, 3 of those justices all swore that they would not undo Roe when they were voted to the Supreme Court, because they knew that the Republicans were trying to overturn it. So 3 of those people on the Supreme Court lied and cheated and said that they wouldn't overturn it, and then they did, because they're Christian. If you're a Christian, you want to lie and cheat to be a good person, because that's what they do. Check it out. That's the new religion. That's the new Christianity. Lie and cheat. To protect, let me read the whole thing and then we'll be done, because I like the way the last line falls into play here. The Supreme Court is very religious. They know what God wants them to do. They will lie and cheat to protect the eggs inside of you. People say they can't understand why they're doing what they're doing. Well, there you are. I wrote this song just so everybody could understand. That's what the Supreme Court's doing. That's why they're doing it. It makes sense to them. So you just have to see it from their perspective. They think that they're doing the right thing. They think that they're doing the religious thing. They think they're doing the righteous thing. They think that they're doing the humanistic thing. They actually believe all those things because God told them to. Fu Cowboy out of here because God told me to.